Hi, today's video article we're going to do 6 kettlebell exercises that I think are simple and efficient and really good for athletes. So the first one we're going to do is we're going to do the kettlebell deadlift to a goblet squat. So do the deadlift, you're going to use your hips and teach your hip drive, and also when you catch the kettlebell it's going to take a little bit of coordination and core strength. Also when you drop down, you got to keep the chest up so the kettlebell does not pull you forward. This has a variety of advantageous effects for athletes in their training. So I'll show you. We're going to straddle the kettlebell, drop straight down, deadlift, catch it by the handles, drop down, come back up. Make sure you have good hip snap. Keep the chest up. The second exercise is the basic 2-arm swing with the kettlebell, but I like to add a little variation where we can just pretty much do anything we want at the top. I'm going to catch and release. So when we bring the bell up to the top when it's at its weightless point, you're going to let go and re-grab the bell and then try to slowly decelerate it. The trick is to obviously catch the bell so it doesn't fall, but 2 is not to get pulled down forward. This is going to teach you quick hands, and it's also going to work the grip strength to make sure you can increase that to make sure you can grab it easy. So I'll just do the basic catch variation, and I'll show you some extra variations where you can tuck the chest and grab, and also I like a lot of combinations where you can do one hand at each time. So I'll do a few different swings. Next exercise is going to be the 1-arm alternating swing. I like this exercise because you really have to get a rhythm to keep it going. So it requires a lot of hip snap. So when we get tired sometimes with kettlebell, we try to use our arms a little bit more. Can't really do that with a single kettlebell alternating swing. Also, it works the grip strength because when you switch to the top, you're going to have to grab and decelerate with this opposite hand. It's going to cause the grips to work over time. A little tip, when you're coming through, meet the other hand at the top. Don't try to switch down here or too late, or don't try to bring the hand to it. Have the hand already there, switch at the top. Next one's a tough one, full body exercise, double kettlebell thruster. You can do this with the bar. The reason why I like it with the kettlebell, because in the rack position, it's going to sit really close right in here. So I'll show you the rack position. You're just going to have knuckles up and basically just follow your rib line. So I'm just going to tuck it in here, wrist pointing up. Women can keep it out here a little bit more, men will just keep it really close. So we're basically just going to swat and into a double military press. A couple of tips. When we do our press, make sure you're pressing from your lats, keeping the shoulder blades down. You don't want to shrug the shoulders up too much. And also, we don't want the weight to pull us forward, obviously, so keep the chest up. So we're going to drop down, come up, press. Bring the weight down first, drop back down, drive up with the hips, and press. Next exercise is going to be a seesaw press with 2 kettlebells. I really like the overhead pressing because most people are pretty weak at overhead pressing. Athletes in particular, people just don't do it. They're a little scared about their shoulder or whatnot, but in certain exercises and certain sports, you're going to have to utilize the shoulder in that position. So it's good to do it as long as you don't have any shoulder injuries. So what we're going to do, we're going to get the kettlebells back in that rack position. So again, right along the chest, knuckles up. Now, seesaw press is an alternating press, basically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a deep breath, press with one hand, and then I'm going to pull this one down and press with the other hand. So I gotta stay stable on one side, press with the other. As I press, I don't shrug my shoulder up. I try to keep my shoulder down, pressing from the lats. There's different ways to do this. I've seen it done actually alternating. I think it's a little bit harder to stabilize the shoulder, so I really like to get it back in that rack position before you make the next press. This is also good variations. You can do it walking with a seesaw press, kind of like a farmer's walk, but you take a step and you press forward. When your athletes get a little more proficient at that, at the press itself, you can do the walking.